Loading. All right, guys, we are back live for another episode of Muscle Discord. Every Monday at 6 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern, live from Cuba, on vacation, but we're making it happen. Appreciate you guys joining here. Phil, the Jamaican Tank, back, man. Welcome back to America. Welcome back from Tokyo.
Yes. Finally adjusted to the time.
Awesome. Ron, welcome back to the show. He's wearing the Cuba shirt, representing. Awesome. All right. Well, I mean, there's lots to talk about. I don't have my regular setup. I'm just using my laptop. At home, I have 3 monitors, and I can flip back between the screens and everything, but we'll make it work, and we'll go with it here. Now, this last time I spoke to Phil was the Friday or before the show or Thursday. I spoke to you. I think it was.
Man, them days are screwed up. I think it may have been Thursday and Friday for me, something like that.
Yeah,
because remember,
Friday. Something like that.
Yeah,
it was Friday. I think it was Friday for you. Yeah. It was Friday for you. So it's Friday before the show. I did a live with Phil, and we were excited. Phil was excited. It's getting emotional a little bit, and we're like, what are you gonna do after you win? We're gonna go to the Olympia. And we looked at your photos, dry to the bone. We were looking at 10-day out photos. You were already done and ready, pretty much. And then you got to Tokyo. You did everything you needed to do. You stayed dry and tight. And then you did prejudging. Awesome. In the lead. Smoked first and second. Second and third, sorry. What's his name? Domenico.
Yes.
He's from Germany, right? Yes.
He's Italian. Yeah, he's Italian, but I think he lives in Germany.
Okay.
Yeah, because last name, if you listen to Domenico, yeah, he's a cool dude. We've been talking for the past couple of days.
Yeah. And he looked really good. You were more concerned with him than Dorian.
Yes.
Yeah, he looked really like he could have pushed you. It was close.
He made me nervous for the finals. He came in so much drier and tighter. And I've never been nervous, but I was nervous. Yeah. So, you guys were battling, and then, you were thinking it could be you and him first, second, something like that was what you weren't focused on, Dorian. You saw he didn't come in at prejudging. He was off. How did you, and also I want to mention this. I talked to Fred Biggie Smalls. He competed in the show. Yes. We hung out, yeah.
I said, you know what? I said, Fred, I want to hear from someone who was at the show. I can speak. Ron can speak. All these people whoever watched the live stream can speak. But if we're not there, we truly don't know what's happening, right? So I said, Fred, just tell me. I want to know from someone else, how did Phil look? He said, Phil smoked him. Phil should have won. Didn't even 2 seconds hesitation about it. If Fred doesn't owe Phil anything, he doesn't need to say that. He was there. Why would Fred say that? He's a pro. He's been in this game. He's a veteran. So guys, we're not just dragging this out or whatever. Just because Phil's on the show, we're still talking about it. None of that. It's because it was clear something happened with the scoring. Even Nick Strength and Power. Okay. I don't know why I have to defer to Nick Strength and Power, but he's
Strength Addict, EP09, Strength Addict, EP09.
EP0, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's not just me. It's not just, there's lots of people speaking out about this, lots of pros in the comments speaking out about saying this is bullshit. Yeah, of course, someone must have made a phone call. People are making that reference, right?
Let me say something real quick, Matt. Here's the thing, like, we all, because we do this, are not at shows, right? And we're just basically judging a lot of things from the pictures that we see. Okay, so let's say the quality isn't great. So now we got to use a professional mind to say, okay, the quality isn't great. From what we're seeing, certain people look really established. So I have to assume now, because the quality is poor, that this person looks even better, right? We've been doing this all year, right? Now, all of a sudden now, when people see the pictures, okay, everybody wants to say, oh, well, we weren't there. Well, commentating has been going on a lot with people not at the show. There's a lot of closed lips. Okay. And I'm speaking to a lot of people. This is all over. New York, Canada, this is everywhere. The phone calls I'm getting in the gyms that people are talking about, it is everywhere. And then I was told someone tried to call a certain individual, I'm not going to say his name, a podcast for him to shut it down, let it die. So that means something is wrong if somebody's making a phone call saying, let it die. Now, if this happened in the open division, would we be having this discussion? No, it'll be fucking worldwide what's going on, right? Yeah. So it's sad that the Masters, I already said the Masters to me is watered down. Me and Kamal did our video. It's sad that it says we have the Olympia brand, but yet it's watered down. It's like we're nobody. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it sits. So my thing is, all respect to Steve, all respect to Sandy, all respect to Tariq, the other judges that were there, because the first round, which was finals, it was judged correctly. So I can't say it was robbery completely because it was judged correctly. What happened after? Come on. It's impossible. Ron, you know this. We've never seen a scorecard flip like this at all. So I only wanted one of the judges post a video with the pictures and show me where I faded. Hasn't been done.
Yeah. Okay, let's defer to Ron. Ron, you've been in the game longer than me in a sense. You've interviewed everyone from who's who in bodybuilding, right? You work for muscular development. You know everybody. Yeah. What is your take on this show and what the fuck happened?
I honestly want to see some really good, clear shots, comparison shots.
Okay, I'm going to share some shots.
Yeah, please do, because what I was seeing was so muddled and awful quality. I don't know how anyone could make any judgments on that. Quick question: was Sean Ray actually there?
No.
Okay.
No.
When he said I had the third place guy winning, I don't know if he was just saying that based on pictures and stuff. All right, so there's you.
That's just Sean being Sean, man.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me see if I can zoom this out a little bit for you guys.
Is this judging or finals?
This is finals. This is where everyone is talking about the finals.
Yeah, because prejudging,
right? That's what
it's just finals.
Prejudging is that's done. Everyone knows prejudging. Phil won that. That's clear. Now this is where the debate is. Finals. So this is why I'm showing the finals. Okay. Okay. Front double bicep. You know, now Dorian has a good front double with regards to the biceps. He's got big arms.
Yeah.
You know, the midsection looks okay here, but the legs, I don't know. I mean, they don't have as much quad sweep as Phil. I know Phil has more separation in the quads, and this to me, it's got better flow to his physique in this pose. But Ron, what's your take on this pose? Who's winning this pose?
This is a tough one. I'd say Dorian has a better taper in the torso. His waist is a little more narrow than Phil's. Phil has better quad sweep. The quality of these pictures, the conditioning doesn't look very different between them. What I'm seeing here, Phil definitely has them from the lower body down. Yeah, I don't think this is a clear win for either guy. This pose, honestly, but I could go with Phil on this one. But I'm very curious if the condition is what
it's close. It's close. I think it's a close one.
I'm just curious. Was there any feedback as to what they saw differently between anything from the actual judges, any of the judges?
Oh, yes.
Well, they did a recap. They did a recap, and the recap made no sense. But
I'm just curious. Where
did it play again? The recap. Let me see if I can find it.
Unless condition changed, unless Dorian's condition changed drastically for the better and Phil's slipped. No. That's the only way I could see the placings moving that much.
They were talking about Phil's stomach. Here it is. Here, let me find this here.
Okay.
Okay, let me share this screen here.
With the Mr. Olympia, I'm here in Tokyo, Japan with the Masters Olympia. I got the head judges, Steve Weinberger and Sandy Williamson. Wellness, day one. Renata
we'll just have to get through this. I can't fast forward.
What did you like about her?
Her balance between her glutes and her legs, her conditioning and her overlook was good. Where Nareldi, she came in a little bit unbalanced this year. Her glutes were a little bit overpowering, and that's one of the big things that we do want to see in wellness is that balance between the glutes and the legs.
I agree with that. Steve, women's physique. You love Nana Silva from the beginning.
Yes.
What did you like about her?
Everything. She had everything. She had shape, size, and balance and proportion.
I agree. I love Nana Silva. I think she was one of the best competitors in day one. But in women's bodybuilding, we had a battle.
Yes.
Tiana Fox versus Salika Givens. What happened that Tiana Fox conquered the title?
Like I said earlier today, this is a battle between these young ladies earlier in the year, where Salika won by 1 point over Tiana. This time, but again, Salika has full muscle bellies, nice and full. She was a lot tighter. This time she showed up in Japan. She was a lot softer, and she got a little bit softer from prejudging to finals, and that was the deciding factor. Where Tiana came in shape.
And I thought Tiana got better for the finals, right?
She did. She did. Where the other one just fell apart. She just got softer. And as Sandy said, when she came in at nighttime, instead of getting harder, she came in softer, and it was like a no-show.
Yeah. Well, moving on to classic physique. He's now two-time champion. Sandy, he's dominant. Alex Cambronero.
Yeah, again, it's hard for an athlete to win a title, a 2-year, stretch. And man, Alex came to play. His muscle bellies were full. His structure's beautiful, and he came in condition. I mean, it was a clear unanimous winner. I didn't think there was anybody that really challenged him that night.
I agree with you. And Steve, we're going to be judging the Tokyo Pro. This guy looks like a contender to win tomorrow, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he has one of the best physiques. Let's go into the 212. Samir Trudy.
No, the 212.
Off Hidetada Yamagishi.
There was a controversy. Let me pause it there before. In that one too, where I think the guy in fourth, people thought the black guy, he should have been higher.
Yes, he was ridiculous.
Versus,
He was
he
ridiculous.
looked, like. So it's not just the open, man. It's just like I get it. Hide, that's Anyway, I don't put the race card in there, but I mean, I don't know. Like that's his area. That's where he's from, and it's just like for that to happen. Anyways, it is what it is.
I like Samir Trudy. He has good mass.
He has great balance, great mass. He today, great champion, class act. I think it's time for him to just close the book and move on, honestly. I think he had a great
they gave him
career.
one before
Great
they told him
run,
to close the
and
book, pretty much.
he's got great business from bodybuilding with his gyms and his businesses, and I think honestly it's time for him to move on.
Yeah, it was very emotional.
No,
Sandy,
you
you
can see
were
it.
crying because we know Hidetada, and he was crying right here on stage,
Yes.
and it was very emotional to all of us.
Yes, no, because I've watched it, especially Steve and I, we've judged him over all the years.
From the beginning,
Yes,
from the
and
beginning.
that's one of the things with the Masters Olympia. A lot of these athletes I've been judging for 20 and 30 years.
And he's always been a great competitor. Even yesterday, class act to the end.
Oh,
He
absolutely.
is honestly
Okay, come on. We're almost
It was
there, guys. We're almost there.
emotional, great 212. Samir Trudy brought a little bit of mass. But today we had a competitor. She's been competing for 30 years. Jenny Worth. What a great
is
routine.
I actually judged her in 1995 for the first time.
We're almost there, guys. They give him like 30 seconds,
and that was
but
all her strengths were always her routine.
Always.
She always had
Body
her
wasn't her strong point, but the routines, she always caught
and
up
she
on the
always
routines.
came in with like innovative
Yes.
routines and stuff.
She had a great routine.
Yeah,
It was
and today,
dynamic and just,
yeah,
once again, something you've never seen before.
Yeah.
She always has something new.
because Tamara is a top Olympian, but it just didn't seem like Tamara's like had the soul in it. Like Jenny, her soul was in it.
Honestly,
Yes.
Tamara had the body,
He did
and Jenny had the routine, and that's what,
2/3
Yes.
of the
Yeah.
routine.
and that's what happened.
Yeah. Well, great show. Let's go on to figure. Jessica Reyes
Forgot how many
Padilla.
classes.
Dominant, very dominant. She could very well win the Masters and the Olympia,
Yeah.
Sandy.
Oh, absolutely. I just think what she's done over the years with her package, great condition, obviously great structure. She was getting a little bit on the larger side.
She
brought
came back
that
down.
Yes, she's brought that size down. She's not getting quite as conditioned as she did earlier, which we don't want to see in
She's got
figure.
that real
so
small
I'm
waist.
really anxious to see her at the Olympia this
Okay.
year.
Now I'll go right back to you. 1-point decision was really close. Karine Hanich versus Jessica Wilson. What happened there?
That was a hard one. Seriously, Jessica, for me,
Because it's
Jessica
important you
was a
hear
little
what
better in the
Steve
front.
says here. And
Corinne
Tara.
was a little bit better in the
We
back.
got to get to the end
and
here, guys.
Today was Corinne's day.
And I gotta tell you, I thought the first call out of the Masters Olympia bikini was as ferocious as it gets. It could have been an open show,
Yep.
right?
This was
Absolutely.
the hardest for me. and I've done so many bikini shows this year. This was you had girls that had won, like placed always in the top 5, you know, at an open. You had like 20 of them in this show. You know what I mean?
And they were all in shape.
Yes, everybody. Nobody was out of shape today.
Okay.
Everybody came here to win.
Yeah, today the bikini was the most competitive.
I'm gonna address that
Men's
comment.
physique, a lot of competitors. Andre Ferguson, I mean,
know,
he's got the
that-
best
he's
set of
got-
abs.
Great set of abs and a very wide back. But it was close, honestly. He just squeaked that one out. That was a 1-point decision also.
Yeah, because AJ
was on. Honestly, he brought it. He took it to Andre, and it was very close.
He actually has a little bit better shape too. At least the way, you know, with the posing, the way AJ posed.
He presents himself
So,
better.
Yes,
All right.
presents himself a little bit.
AJ has won an open show, so he's going to the Olympia, and Andre Ferguson is going to meet him there. Bodybuilding.
Okay.
Dorian Haywood beats Phil Clahar. I thought this was the best Dorian Haywood we've ever seen. He has the mass, huge arms. What I gotta give credit is that his stomach was in the whole time.
Yes.
There was a lot of guys with the stomach just coming out a little bit, and Phil Clahar was one of them. And I gotta give credit to Dorian Haywood. What did you?
So let's pause it there while we have them there talking. So prejudging, your stomach didn't seem to bother them, and it was give you perfect score. Finals, we look at the final. We're gonna look at more finals photos, see if Phil's stomach's an issue. To me, it's not. He looks the same. Yet his condition is pretty much the same. Yet a dramatic, not a couple points swing. I could see if in the prejudging it was close between you and Dorian, and it was a couple points, right? And maybe Dorian improves a little bit and feels and he uses the stomach excuse to give him, but there was nothing like that. That's why we're talking about it in this passionate way, because it's just so obvious something is out of whack here. So let me finish this.
What did you like about him?
Same thing. This is mass and size, and tonight he came back in a little bit better shape and stuff. And like you said, Phil.
Okay, did he come back in better shape? Because we weren't there. It was
He did not. He did not come back in better shape. But what you're hearing is mass and size. That's all we keep hearing. Big arms. Well, I beat him in a lot of poses, so we can't use big arms and mass and size because bodybuilding is accumulation of a lot of different things. You notice they didn't say
you beat him, and you and Dominic both beat him in prejudging.
Yes.
So for them to go mass and arms and big arms, that's what won him.
Right.
What? But
Yeah.
what prejudging? Why even have prejudging? I'm sorry, I'm just getting upset
Yeah.
about that. But it's like
I want to get to the main part. Let it play.
okay,
This
okay,
is
let's play. Okay, I just want to okay.
Kind of fell apart a little bit. You know what I mean? I didn't think he came back in quite the condition that he was this morning, and he could not. I'm sorry, he could not hold his abdominal area, control his abdominal area at all.
Well, this morning, Phil was winning. And like Sandy said, Dorian came in harder and Phil fell apart, and it was another 1-point decision.
Fell apart.
Very close. Congratulations to all the competitors.
Okay, there. So we hear it from Steve. A couple of words. Tarek, Sandy, they think you fell apart, and you just lost it, and it went to shit. That's it. So Ron, after hearing that from them, now let's go back to the photos. Finish looking at these.
In your original post, Dorian's, was it his coach? Somebody went on there and said he fixed his posing in between.
Yes, yes.
Is that his coach?
That's his coach.
I don't know if that's. I think it's a guy from his gym. I don't think that's his coach.
Someone who helps him or something.
Yeah, somebody was helping him. Yeah.
But he was there in Tokyo.
Yes.
Okay. So.
Okay, and he said Dorian fixed his posing and he fixed his confidence and he came back in finals and that's why he won.
Yeah, that don't win a show. Fixing posing. I'm sorry.
If that's all it took to win a show, okay, you fix confidence in posing.
I mean, at the end of the day, Ron, you got to look at it as this. Everybody's saying the wide point margin. Even if they wanted to say, because they've been saying this all my life, Ron, you've heard this same shit. Yeah. Oh, Phil's mixed session, Phil. So, of course, they're going to go back to that to justify, even though that wasn't the issue. What got me was they said I completely fell apart. In the finals, no, you don't see anything falling apart. You get what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, you can't have the majority of the bodybuilding world saying the same thing. The pictures and the freaking and the scorecards. When have you, Ron, ever see a scorecard flip? I don't care if I came in slightly off. You're looking at a 2-point gain from Dorian, possibly. Why did Domenico didn't move in his scores and he came back better? Look at the overall score sheets for every competitor on that score sheet. Look at the prejudging score and look at their final score. Then look at me and Dorian's. We are the only two in the entire show it flipped like that. We got to start using some brains and stop trying to hold our mouth because of whatever the case may be. Prejudging was judged fairly. Something happened after prejudging. I don't know, check-in call. I don't know what was going on. And it was, in my mind, Clahar cannot win today. That's just what I believe. Because it was fair in prejudging. The problem is coming now in the finals. And I did not fall apart. I've posted tons and tons of pictures. I've sent you pictures, Ron, through Instagram. I've showed tons of pictures. These pictures can't be any clearer. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it is what it is. The pictures and the scorecards are letting everybody know, and they all are talking. And they're not going to stop talking because we have to get a point in this. We are professional bodybuilders. We're independent contractors. The IFBB don't pay us unless we win a show. We have to earn our pro card. Why we can't speak freely? This that happened to me was because of last year that I spoke up, and I never said I was going to win Tampa. I said I didn't get a fair look, and I believe I was being pushed out. That was my words. I then apologized and wrote a letter to Mr. Tyler, and everything was squashed, so I thought. Evidently, this score sheet is showing you guys it was not squashed.
Here's the thing that makes me wonder about that. And conspiracy theories often do have credence, but if they were going to punish you, why didn't they put you in third or fourth in judging and just be consistent with it? Why have you winning the judging and then turn around and bump you down to third place? That's the part.
I just explained it to you because the prejudging was judged fairly. It was judged fairly. You've been in the game long enough, Ron. Come on, man. We got to start using some common sense here.
So
if the score sheet was by 2 points, no, it was a blowout. Come on, man. So we got to use some freaking common sense here. There's no conspiracy theory crap. Listen, man, I know a lot of podcasters want to hold their tongue because they don't want to get persecuted by the higher whatever. But we're grown-ass men. You're paying your bills. They're not paying your bills for you. And I heard you, Ron, plenty of times, even with Nathan. I've heard you plenty of times talk out, and then Metzilla, you speak your feelings. For some reason, you were quiet this whole time. I just want to know why. Because you normally speak, and you're very professional how you really break it down. So you don't have to be vindictive towards the IFBB or whatever. Just say, hey, listen, from what I see in these pictures, I was not there, because this is what you always say. Boom, 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 boom. But you've been very quiet. So that's kind of concerning me because, put aside friendship. We're talking about a man's career that I told everybody in the world. People helped pay for me to go on this trip. I dieted for 18 weeks on 50 damn grams of carbs and 2 hours of cardio. You guys were privileged to this watching me on this podcast. My face as we got in was so fucking sucked in. It was ridiculous. What burns me? They can keep the Olympia invite. That's fine. They can keep their trophy. That's fine. But when I worked my ass off and came back to show them that I can be better than I ever did in any show I competed in. Steve's face was shocked when I stepped on that stage for prejudging. I looked directly at him, completely shocked. So it was judged fairly. What happened after prejudging, I don't know 100%, but something happened to where Clahar cannot win. And it hurt me because I went up there for that money to take care of my damn family. And for someone to sit there and judge me, not from what I look like, but because I spoke up, that's very, very hurtful for a sport that I've been involved in since 1999.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, that's despicable. And I don't agree with that. I didn't agree with the judging. I honestly was paying so much more attention to the Texas show that same day that I didn't see anything about the Olympia until the Masters Olympia until I saw Nick's Strength to Power wrap up and the footage because I didn't buy the pay-per-view. I had you in first, and it's disappointing the way this went down. And if it's a case that there was a phone call or someone said Clahar can't win or punish Clahar, that's awful. This is a sport. It's supposed to be judged on the merits of your physique in front of you. Nothing else should have any impact on that. And if and when that does happen, it tarnishes the I hate to say purity, but it does the athletic purity of what we're supposed to be doing here. Yeah. It's a sport, and these are athletes, and they're supposed to be judged fairly and objectively, and nothing else should have any impact on that.
I agree with that, and it seems very blatant. And Phil, did Steve look at you or something in the finals and give you a look or something? Like, you want to comment on that?
You know what I mean? I'm not even going to display that because listen,
Okay.
I know what Steve did. I'm not going to display it because it's not like I'm coming back. Honestly, it's not like I'm coming back to the IFBB. I'm not. No. I would rather go. I'm going to compete for a different league in the future. I'm not competing under the IFBB Pro League title anymore because they would do this to me again. Because the Master Olympia is going to be in Maryland, I think, in 2 more years, and it's sad because that's in the States. But my thing is, this is not going to change. You know what I mean? That really proves it to me. Regardless of whatever, like I said, Sandy and Steve and Tarek and the other 2 great judges, I think they were Japan judges, they did a wonderful job in prejudging. They were fair. At the beginning, I got nervous because as soon as I got there, they moved me to the side right away. And I was like, here we go. And then they put me back in the middle. But after that, like I said, 2 to 4 ounces of filet mignon, 250 grams of white rice, 4 ounces of water. There's nothing. And I took a nap and came back within 3 hours. It's no way logically possible that my physique fell apart. No, but it's fine. I'm just hurt about the money, and it's fine. Domenko, I spoke to him, and I feel for him as well. I tried to speak on his behalf to one of the judges, and I got completely shut down because I think this guy worked his ass off. Because this ain't all about me. This guy worked his ass off, and he brought a physique at that finals that made me nervous. And I normally don't get nervous when I'm in a winning position. So I want to just congratulate him. And like I said, I'm not going to say anything negative about the judging. All I know is it was judged fairly in prejudging. And everybody knows, normally prejudging, the same 2 people that finish that show is the same 2 people that come back and battle it out. That didn't happen. So whatever transpired,
that was weird.
I don't know. I'm not going to say it. I was just told by a very reputable person, cut and dry, that's been in the game for a long time. That was a phone call. That's all they said.
Stupid,
when I hear the phrase "fell apart," I'm envisioning somebody who massively spilled over.
Yes.
Or really
take a look here.
out, where the physique is dramatically deteriorated since judging. I didn't see that. I didn't see that difference in the pictures between judging and finals. I didn't see condition change, fullness change. Everything looked pretty consistent.
We'll go through some more of the poses. I mean, front lat I give to Phil. I mean, that's ridiculous lat spread on that one. So that goes to Phil. Back double, to me, that goes to Phil fairly clearly. The symmetry, obviously, to me, Dorian's glutes are huge. Like, they're oversized for his body. So it throws his symmetry off. You can see Phil's drier. His condition is better here. That's my opinion. Ron, I don't know who you have winning the back double.
You're going to kill me. I have Dorian winning this just because from
Really?
the back, I think it's odd because from the front, Phil's legs are much better than Dorian's, but from the back, Dorian's legs appear thicker. Maybe it's the glutes and that ham separation that's really catching my eye. Yeah, he's got massive glutes, obviously, but they match the thickness of his back, his delts, his arms. I would actually give that pose to Dorian. I give the front lat to Phil. I give the rear double here to Dorian.
Okay, fair. That's why we have you on to show honest opinions. We don't care. And there's no bias or favoritism here. Okay, so rear lat spread.
I give Phil the rear lat. It's got a wider span. There's more detail there. Dorian's back looks a little muddy and smooth there in the middle. I'm not seeing much going on there.
Okay. Side chest. So we're going to look at the conditioning. You can see the dryness in Phil. I can tell that right away, especially because this is where I look right here. Is that indent in that side leg? Is it shrink wrapped in? You're in condition. I'm not really.
Yeah, I don't see that with
Dorian's big. He's got a lot of thickness. Yeah. Give him that.
It's a pleasing shot for Dorian. I mean, they both have great side chests. Gosh. I don't know. This one's tough. Well, I mean, it is close, natural bodybuilding. If I didn't feel if I felt it was like overwhelming one way or the other, Dorian or Phil, I'd say it immediately. This is a tough one. And they both have really good side chests. Who's more conditioned, Patty? Phil. I like that split there between the quads and the hams on the side. Yeah, I'd probably give Phil this one. It's close, but yeah, I'll give Phil.
It's close. I mean, it's close. It's close, but again, if we're not there to see them when they're flexing and they're moving and the condition, to me, Phil will probably be more impressive because he's in better condition, and he's got enough. He's matching the size is there with him and the chest and everything. So, I think Phil, you could have maybe opened up and stuck your chest out a little bit more, like Dorian is. He's kind of popping his chest up. I think he improved his posing on this one compared to the prejudging, how he was posing, because I saw that side chest and it didn't look as good on him. But yeah, so I still would give you this one because I can just tell you're in better condition in this one. So I give it to that.
I do prefer that style of side chest that Dorian's hitting. I call it the old school, where they pop up the rib cage and the shoulders drop back a little bit. It just it makes the chest sit up a little bit higher.
Yeah, but I give the side chest to Phil on that one. Let's go. Let's keep going. Now this is the only ab and thigh shot comparison they have. So, I mean, it's not the two. It's like different poses here, so it's hard to compare two different poses. But Dorian's abs look pretty good here.
Prejudge and I had the hand over, and he had something going on this way. The finals, I just hit it a little bit differently because I wanted to show the serratus in my side oblique. That's the reason why I did that pose.
Yeah. Ron, what did you say on this pose?
I would give this one to Dorian.
Yeah.
It's the ab.
I would give it to Dorian. Yeah. It's
a good shot for him, even though I've never been like 100% happy with his quads. Me and the late Dave Kalick used to have these spirited debates. We were good. We were friends, so it wasn't like an animosity. But I always wanted to see like more quad sweep on him and more fullness in his quads. But this shot still looks pretty good.
Yeah, and Dorian is closer to the camera here. Phil is further back, so he's kind of stepping forward there.
He was walking up all night. Steve said nothing.
Yeah, I can tell.
In the meeting, in athletes meeting, I perfectly said, Steve, do we stay on the line? He said, yes, Phil, stay on the line. This guy kept moving up. I stayed on the line. I wasn't moving.
Yeah. So it's like a foot ahead of you there. But anyways, again, two different styles of side tricep. This is where I can see the lack of conditioning on Dorian, on the side of his stomach here. It's just not, I can tell he's holding water, and it's just not at that dryness that Phil was showing. So if I could see Phil hitting it the same way as Dorian's hitting it, I think Phil would be winning. And you did share some photos where you look ridiculous.
I switch out. I always do mandatory, and then I switch into that one.
I'd give Phil this one. I mean, Dorian, I don't even know if he's even blowing all the air out of the stomach like you're supposed to. Doesn't look like he is right there.
Yeah,
because he's not. So I could see from the shot, the ab and thigh shot before, he did have good definition, separation in the serratus, and you don't see it there at all. So I don't think he was really controlling the midsection in this shot.
Yeah. And again, we're not even looking at Domenico. Like, I mean, that guy was just peeled, and better conditioned than Dorian for sure. So, and he was ahead of Dorian in prejudging. So, and improved for the finals, and somehow Dorian got him too. It make no sense. Most muscular, again, two different versions here. Now, Phil, when you do, we didn't have a shot where you're like that.
Yeah, there's a shot me and him both are doing.
That one, you look bigger than him in that pose. So, with that being said, the most muscular with the hands like Dorian is, Phil wins that shot, in my opinion. If you've seen it, Ron, you'll be like, okay, it's pretty ridiculous how Phil looks.
I want to see that. Sure. You don't have that one?
Yeah. I wish we had that one.
You should have it. That's the.
This is from finals, though. This is from finals. I'd have to find that. If it's on my page on Instagram or not, but anyways, I'll take my word for it.
Yeah,
I'm
here's
honest
the thing with the finals. Dorian, yes, he improved his posing, but you got to listen to what they said. I fell apart. They didn't say Phil posing was not good. They didn't say that. They said midsection, and he completely fell apart. So that's what we're judging in these final pictures right here. Because if you look at finals, he was blown away, completely blown away.
Yeah.
So they're saying the reason why I placed where I did in the finals was mid-session control, and I fell apart. Do my conditioning look like I fell apart? These are the questions we're just trying to answer in these photos. No.
Yeah, and people are asking too, like the comments. So let's read some of these comments. I just want someone to explain the point swing. Why was the point swing so dramatic? Phil looks pretty much the same here, guys. So there has to be a justification as to why the points changed so much and why Domenico stayed the same. And like everyone else in the whole show and all the other classes, it was pretty even. Oh, wait, why Dorian and Phil, last minute finals, huge reversal in the points.
And that's the question everybody wants someone in that judging panel to explain. You know what I mean? Show us the ab issue and show us the falling apart. And why was it scoring? The scoring has to justify the finals. It's not. That's what I'm saying. That's what's making it look very peculiar. It was too wide of a spread. Even if he came up 2 to 3 points, it was still impossible for me to lose this show unless I came in with one leg and I spilled over completely. So that's really what I want Ron to look at. It's just a big flip. And you're seeing I did not fall apart because we're going by what they said in the video. Midsection control, which I believe is firmly a lie. And then I completely fell apart means I no longer had condition, I spilled over, and I lost everything. That's what I'm taking fall apart is. And we don't see that in these pictures. So I don't want to keep talking.
You were ahead by
dragging it out. You know what I mean? You know, we did. I'm the people's champ, bro. I'm happy with that. You know, and that it is what it is.
I mean,
you were ahead by 8 points. Phil was ahead by 8 points in prejudging. 8 points.
I know it's no consolation because that 10 grand would have been.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
the bank count, but
I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get it. So you know what I mean? That's why I tell everybody. I say, listen, let the fans speak. I'm not going to sit and dwell on it because it's just going to just make me a very hateful person, and I'm not. I'm in a good state of mind. Thank everyone, all the top coaches, and everyone that called me to tell me to keep my head up. Thank you very much. It really, really means a lot. You know what I mean? For them to reach out to me and call me on the phone. Thank you. I really appreciate it. My head is up. Like I said, I'm just 10 grand short, and that's fine. I learned my lesson that, the sport that I love and went pro in and competed in the NPC that I can't stay in because I don't believe I will ever be fairly judged at all, no matter what I do.
Yeah. It's pretty clear here. And what's going on? Maybe again, we're not inside the judges' heads, and obviously they saw you prejudging and they like what they saw, right? And that's the crazy thing that the prejudging was spot on, right? And then for finals, something mysteriously happens, and the excuses that they're using to justify it is that your stomach was out of control and you fell apart. So. Were you breathing heavily? Was the stomach out of control? Why are all these other pros? Why is Domenico saying you won? Why?
Honestly, in the prejudging, to be honest with both of you guys, I really controlled my stomach because I was so carved up because we wanted to be, Ron, I always struggle with being full and prejudging for every show. Even when you came to Tampa, I'm battling Ian. I was a little flat. So we nailed it. And I had to control my stomach big time in prejudging. And look at the score I got. I didn't eat much at all. My stomach felt comfortable, no food. And that's why I told Blue, I don't want to shovel much carbs. If I come in slightly not as full, it's not enough margin for him to catch up. Like, I'm playing this as a business mind bodybuilder. So I said, we're not going to shovel food to get fuller because that's going to cause issues with my midsection. Let's just eat the 250 grams of carbs, 4 ounces of water, and take a nap. Never had to use, every show I had to use a quarter of a diuretic. Not one for this show at all because I was so dry throughout the whole prep. So there was no midsection issue with me for the finals at all.
I just want to finish that sentence. So I know it's no consolation because that 10 grand is not yours, but it's sort of a similar situation would happen with Derek and Nick Walker much earlier in the year in Pittsburgh, where, Nick is the people's champion. A lot of people thought he was a rightful deserving winner, and Nick's popularity, he was already a popular guy, but it really amplified tremendously after that.
Oh, I went up a couple thousand followers, Ron.
Oh, just a couple. Triple.
So, you know what I mean? I went up a couple thousand, so you're right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Same thing happened with Nathan, a couple months ago. Whenever the fans have eyes, and, most of them, not all, but most of them are pretty good at ascertaining what they see and who should be placing where. So this, I know you're not going back to these shows or anything, but just know that having the fans on your side and being the people's champion from a business point of view is a really good thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I think the fans are speaking for it. We'll move on. I mean, we'll go into the rest of the topics I have on the thumbnail.
Looking ridiculous, and let's move on. Man.
Yeah, we'll share that. Let's talk about Nick Walker. But thanks for going into that, Phil, man. We love you. You worked your ass off, and you're the champ in my heart, at least, and others. And it's tragic, but it is what it is. And you're a fighter, and you're going to get through it. And maybe you're going to be on a different stage soon here. So we're going to see. All right, Nick Walker. Now, Nick Walker has been beefing a little bit with Derek Lunsford, I guess, right? And I mean, I like that. I like that they talk about each other and they go back and forth. The men's physique guys are really going at it right now, right? And I think you're right. Yes, I like that they're doing it. I think the men's open should have some fun with it and go back and call each other out and bring that entertainment value into bodybuilding. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of posing and working out, and that's pretty much all it is. So these guys have characters. Some of them are funny. Some of them have charisma. Put it out there, right? Arnold, same thing. He liked it. Mess around with Lou before the show, play some mind games. I want to see more of this. So I still am concerned with his structure. And then Neil Hill did an interview on the Color Cast, and he says, yeah, I think Phil can win the Mr. Olympia. Not Phil. Nick can win the Mr. Nick can win the Mr. Olympia. But some of the other guys would have to be off in order for him to win.
Agreed.
So it's kind of like a slap in the face to Nick. I get why they're saying it, and I agree with what they're saying, because they're up against Samson now. They're up against, Derek with the silhouette and the nice lines, and Hadi Chupon, who's shredded and has decent shape and size and everything, and muscularity. So it's not going to be easy for Nick. Nick went up against a probably tired Derek Lunsford, who had done the Olympia, done the Arnold, and then went to Pittsburgh and just barely squeaked one out. Took a risk and a gamble to do it. And Nick feels like he's the champ because he came in so close to beating, or he thinks he should have beat Derek. And so he's going into that mentality, which could maybe be a mistake because these other guys are going to be ready, right? You went up against a beaten and worn out Derek Lunsford, and you still lost. And Steve was there, and Steve said, no, you're not winning this one, Nick. Derek is. So Nick is just being super confident, I guess, which is fine. But he's got to be careful. Now, when you guys are seeing this photo, what do you think? Does he have a chance to win the Mr. Olympia if Samson, Hadi, and Derek are all on?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I believe Nick has a chance. I think Nick's focus right now, because he's so zoned in, is to take out Derek. And I think Nick's going to worry about everybody else if he could take out Derek. I think that's what I'm reading in this heated battle between them on social media and so forth. I think, yes. I mean, I'm looking at Nick, and I the judges love that mass head free factor. I think Nick is Nick and coming like he should be with the size and freakness and the crazy conditioning. I don't know about Samson and everybody else. I would love to see if he can take out Derek, and then we'll see what happens if he's able to do that. Then we'll have to worry about 2 more guys. So I believe he could win. I don't see no reason why he can't.
Well,
Ron, what's your thoughts on Nick and how he's looking right now, 8 weeks out?
he's looking good. I mean, when you say he needs to be careful, I mean, why not? Why shouldn't he be confident and believe in himself and believe he can win? So I don't think he needs to be careful. He can keep, like I said, you said this is a boring sport.
Oh.
I'm here for
Not careful. Not careful. Like, I mean, with his midsection, his structure, his midsection.
Well, I mean,
be careful. Yeah,
it is what it is
with his.
He's not going to get any smaller. I mean, he's just got to play to his strengths, and he's massive. He's a freaking mass monster. He's going to be gnarly ripped. We know this if he's looking like this 8 weeks out. But conditioning's never a problem with Nick. I mean, Pittsburgh, he was peeled. Yeah, those shins really bother me.
Yeah.
Apparently, I thought he was going to do something about those. I guess not.
Yeah.
I think he did, because remember, I forgot what show last year. They was completely shaved. It wasn't that bad, and now they all came back.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I mean, he could win, but I do believe I agree with Neil Hill. I mean, Samson Dauda. If Samson comes in sharper than he was last year at the Olympia, it's over. It's over for everybody.
Yeah.
He's just too pretty. He's got everything. The structure, the mass, the shape. If he's conditioned, it's nobody has a chance. Nobody that's out there right now. But stranger. I'm actually rooting for Nick to win just because he's such an underdog. Bob Churlo saying he was going to get 8th place, and I mean, he's taken a lot of. He's been shit on by a lot of both the fans and other athletes, and a lot of things have been said. So, even though he will not respond to me, and I think it's because is it because you think you've been so harsh on him, Matt? He associates
that he doesn't. He doesn't want to go on your shows.
No, he won't respond.
I don't think.
Yeah,
I don't know why he would. I mean,
he says he can take criticism, but you've been very critical of
that's it.
Yeah.
So the first time Nick came on my show, I was going in on him about, like, he looks like a refrigerator. He's got a big waist, and he still came on my show. And it was cool, and then after that we were cool. We DM back and forth and joke around, and it was fine. But I don't know. Ever since I did that video of the comparisons, him versus Hadi Choopan, and I had Hadi winning most doses, he was disappeared. He blocked me. I'm like, okay, I guess that was too much. Saying that Hadi was going to beat him.
Has Derek Lunsford blocked you yet?
No, Derek started following me recently.
Oh, okay.
So
things. Has Samson blocked you?
Yeah.
Samson blocked you?
Wait, Samson, that was when we first started our show. 2023 or something like that. Yeah.
Quinton will probably block you soon as well, I'm guessing.
Quinton still views my stories, and he's still checking. He's keeping his eye. But yeah.
Yeah,
Tony will block me and then unblock me.
Quinton has an open mind, man. Quinton's cool. He has a very a lot of things don't bother Quinton. I mean, it's just his mentality. Yeah. He's just an awesome dude. I'm not blocked by nobody, so I'm good.
Speaking of Quinton,
look at that.
That's awesome.
That's
awesome.
Yeah. Now Samson. Let's talk a little about Samson. Samson was saying recently, like, he's going to do whatever it takes to come in peeled. He's going to suffer. That motivates me. That's like, okay, he knows what he needs to do. And so after now hearing that, hopefully we see some. Samson hasn't been posting too many full body shots. Hadi has been posting full body shots. Derek, full body. Nick, full body. But Samson's keeping it close a little bit. So we're going to see. Hopefully he does, so we can get a good assessment of how he's looking. But if he comes in peeled, he should be able to. He should be able to win this one again. Quinton, he's doing the Italy Pro.
Yeah.
So that's the Italy Pro. and I think he's going to win. I know Sergio's also doing it.
Mark,
Now we can't count Sergio and Mark Hector. Yeah, Mark Hector. He looks great. Yeah. So, but Sergio, his structure, his waist a little thicker compared to Quinton. Like he's not going to win that front double.
Yeah, I like the old Sergio, man. When he was just winning shows, his structure was nice, his waist was tight. Quinton, I believe Quinton's going to pull this out, even though it's going to be a tough lineup. If Quinton could just, I think he's in good hands over there because I'm pretty sure, Samson's wife is going to be helping him. Samson himself is going to be giving him critiques and helping him. And I just believe he's going to pull it out. I really do. I mean, I was really rooting for him in Tampa. I was there. Texas was, I don't think he was as good in Texas, but I think he's going to bring it here in Italy. I believe in him.
Yeah, he's got. Ron, what do you think about Quinton's chances?
I think he's got a great chance. That's one of the greatest frontal biceps in the sport right now, bar none.
Yeah.
I love his shape, structure. The only thing is when he turns to the side, those hamstrings. I want to see thicker hamstrings, more of a drop.
The back.
I want a little more back thickness, especially that lower lats. I'd love to see that filled in a little bit more. He's 30, 31? Is he?
No, he's got to be like 20, not 30.
Anyway,
he's got to be close to 30. Yeah.
He's been making very, very gradual improvements. But if we did a show, me and Giles last week, Giles and I, and looking at the footage from the years, and he is getting bigger. It's just he's not rushing it. He's taking his time.
Yeah.
He's keeping those lines. He's keeping that midsection small. So
show that lat spread.
See this?
That lat spread he had is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean this whole thing with him going to UK and staying with Samson for the last 3 weeks, and obviously Marlena is going to be helping him out too, and clearly she coached Mr. Olympia. She knows what she's doing. It's really cool. I'm actually looking forward to seeing the content. I'm sure they're going to they got to be putting some videos on both of their channels. I like Sergio too. I'd love to see Sergio win just because he's had a rough go of it in the sport. He's gotten so much hate over the years from people, because people they want him to be his dad, and he's not his dad. He's his own person.
Yeah.
Sergio speaks his mind too. He's another one. He will speak his mind and he'll think twice about it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
No.
Mark,
I was just zooming in.
We'll guy too.
I was just zooming in on this. This is where I was critical of Quinton was his chest, especially compared to Jordan Hutchinson. This is what hurts him. So if he can fill out that chest, even the lower pec, you can see sometimes when there's not enough meat, there's not enough muscle down there, the skin will get a little flap because there's just not anything pushing out the skin with the muscle. And he's got that. And you shouldn't, at his young age, his chest should be big and full, right? So either his delts are taking over that movement when he's training. As you can see, his delts are huge. He's got big arms. So I'm thinking he's not mind muscle. He's not connecting with his chest, and it's just he's this far along in his career, and it's gone too far without really stopping and saying, hey, wait a minute, my chest is not growing, my shoulders are, my arms are growing, but my chest is like from when I was in nationals. Right?
It might be
I'm just being honest.
It might be a connection issue, my connection, but I saw a video with him and Samson, and they were doing incline Smith machine press.
So
he's strong. They're working on that. I don't know how you can improve it in 3 weeks, but I think we can make a little change somehow.
It's his chest and back.
I don't know why he chose to do that show, because I think the France show is only 2 weeks later. It would have been like another. It's 2 weeks later, and that's a qualifier for 2026 Olympia. Because let's say he wins Italy, which could very well happen. He's going to go to the Olympia. He's not going to do anything at the Olympia this year. I mean, if he couldn't beat Jordan and Joe at Texas, is he really going to be in the top 10 for Olympia? I would have liked to have seen him go to France, win that, and then take an off season, work on that chest, work on the lower lats. Come back with this amazing package next year, and be ready to be a top 6 guy, top 8 guy at the Olympia, rather than someone who's he's going to be a second call out guy this year.
It's going to be tough, Olympia, to get into the top 10.
Yes.
And yeah, you're gonna see he'll be exposed at the Olympia, but that's what the Olympia is. You know, only the best will survive at the Olympia, and that's a good strategy. You know, if he just went and did France, I think Regan Grimes is doing France.
Oh, is
He's
it?
jumping in that one.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, I think
I
he's
guess he's
jumping in
trying to get
France.
qualified for the following year.
He's trying to do exactly what Ron just said. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's trying to do that. It's smart. You take the whole year off pretty much, which would be smart for Quinton to do that. But he's going for it, which is fine. I think he does need more stage time too. You know, he needs to continue to figure out the best way to peak. And with Marlena and Samson, I think he's going to get some inside tips and some tricks on how to work a big body like that, like Samson's, and he's similar to Samson. So
I praise
better.
him that he keep going, because last year, you know, he did 2 shows and he shut it down. I praise him that he's continued to go to try to improve and get better. If he was, which I'm hopeful he will make it to the Olympia. If not, I'm pretty sure he'll jump in that France show and try to. I don't think he's just going to shut it down. This guy is determined. I've never seen him this determined and continue going for shows. I think, I mean, he can match up well with Tonio Burton, and I think Tonio Burton could be in the top 10. I think Quinton could match up very well against Tonio if he were to make it to Olympia. So I wouldn't say he couldn't break it, but I think Quinton could come damn close if he brings in a little tighter conditioning. I mean, he's not going to be thick in the chest and improve the back like he should, but I think that if he just come in tighter, you know, much tighter, he'll make. I think he could give it a run.
Yeah. What's up, Sean? Well, Sean Clarita's in the chat. What's up, Sean?
Hey, what's
Mr.
up,
Olympia,
Sean?
2-time.
Haven't seen
212
you,
chat.
man. He used to post a lot of videos. Haven't seen my man.
Hey, you know what? You know what? Everyone's talking about Keon, and you know that's probably not making Clarita that happy.
No,
And they
he's
seem to
working.
forget.
His head is down.
He's working, though.
We're gonna see a damn good Sean this year.
Yeah, I could give Sean the link if he's. Sean, if you're in the chat and you have time to pop in here, let me know and I'll give you the link there. Come on the show here a little bit because you know Sean isn't getting that much love.
Yeah, this is Sergio right here.
Yeah.
This is Sergio, yeah. Sean's locked in. Oh, Sean. We know you're locked in. Like you're the hardest training guy out there. Like it's perfection when you're training. It's focused when you're training. And I think Sean is going to bring something freaky to the stage. He's going to bring back the fullness that he was lacking at the Olympia last year. He knows that. And we're going to be in for a surprise. But will it be enough to take out Keon?
I think that Sean.
I don't know. It's going to be.
Listen, Keon is great, and Keon structurally is great. But I got to give Sean Clarita some props, regardless of whichever direction it goes. Like I was telling Patty a while back, I said, man, I haven't really seen him post any videos, any training videos. He's really in the dungeon. His head is down. When that happens, you best believe we're going to see a good go. Regardless of which direction it goes, I think we're going to see, I know we're going to see the best Sean, because I know he's putting in the work.
Yeah, 100%. I'm going to see if he has time to jump in. If not, it's okay. Give it a shot. But yeah, so that's a whole nother topic we can do is Sean and Keon, and you know what's actually going to happen at the 212 Olympia. And the thing is too, I mean, I think most people are going to bet on Keon to win. He does look like he's made tremendous improvements. Sean is staying more covered up and not posting the full body shots like Keon is. But maybe Sean's made some improvements, and you know, so. But again, structure wise, it's hard. It's hard to say. You know, to people think that Keon could potentially win the Open Mr. Olympia right now. So that's how good he looks.
Yeah, not right now.
Close. He could be in the top 5, maybe.
Oh yeah. But to win it,
yes.
You know.
Yeah, no, that'd be a stretch.
He's not there yet. He will be.
Yeah.
I know what we got to do though. Going into Olympia, we really got to give some of the athletes in other divisions some love. I know we focus a lot with the Open. I mean, just me being at the Masters.
Oh, we can
to all these divisions and these great athletes, man. I think they should get some love from different classes as well, especially going into the Olympia.
I wanted to do, this, like, I was going to talk a little bit about, like, people are talking about Keon going in the open. But, like, Mike, he could compare good to Keon right now.
Mike is crazy, bro. He's crazy.
There's a point where it's just like,
he just looks like a bodybuilder. I don't see the classic anymore.
I see classic in the sense of the tight waist and the classic kind of silhouette type, right? But is there a line where it's like, okay, now you're just a bodybuilder hitting classic poses, like open?
Thick. He's so thick, man.
He's actually got a lot in common structurally and shape wise with Keon. If you really look at him.
Yeah. The long little extended legs. Yeah, man. Small torso.
I can see him battling for the 12 Olympia for sure. Look at that.
Jesus, good.
So I'm saying, look at that.
Jeez.
He's got to be careful though, because he's got to be careful. You get too, I don't know. He's just got to be careful. Because I remember Steve telling him, don't F it up. Like, you just got to do this and don't F it up. That's what I heard. So.
Yeah, people are like, how is that classic? I mean, to me, what's his face? Logan looks more like a classic physique, right? Like, but this is like a 3D pumped up version of classic physique in Sommerfeld. So,
kudos to him.
But it's, we'll talk more. We're gonna these guys are a couple more to 212 guys on the show. It's going to get crazy. We're coming up almost 7 weeks now at the Olympia, so we're going to talk about everybody and really chime in on everyone. So, but I appreciate you guys. We got up to our hour, and they're playing the music outside. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but
man,
playing some Michael Jackson.
You guys, man. Ron, I appreciate you. Cuba, go Cuba. Enjoy yourself, brother. You deserve it.
Yeah.
Awesome. No, thank you guys. Appreciate it. And thanks for coming on. And well, we've spoken our minds about the Masters and everything, and we'll let it be now, Phil, and just do your thing and let us know again if you're going to go somewhere else. And and we'll be the first to announce it here with you. So, all right, guys. Ron, appreciate it, brother. Phil.
Yes, sir.
We'll catch you guys. Be good, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.
Goodbye.
Peace, guys. See ya.